mengecewakan aku, tapi ku maafkan kesalahanmu. Ini berganti kisah, ku menyakiti dirimu, tapi apa yang terjadi? Goyang kak, kau meninggal kamu. Izinkan aku untuk terakhir kalinya semalam saja bersamamu, mengenang asmara kita. Dan aku pun berharap semoga kita tak berpisah, dan kau maafkan kesalahan yang pernah ku buat. Mengapa kau begitu mudahnya berpikir hanya dalam waktu yang sekejap mata? Akhirnya hanya bibirmu yang bicara, tapi hati kecilku ingin mencintaimu. Izinkan aku untuk terakhir kalinya semalam saja bersamamu, mengenang asmara kita. Dan aku pun berharap semoga kita tak berpisah, dan kau maafkan kesalahan yang pernah ku buat. Izinkan aku untuk terakhir kalinya semalam saja bersamamu, mengenang asmara kita. Dan aku pun berharap semoga kita tak berpisah, dan kau maafkan kesalahan yang pernah ku buat. Dan kau maafkan kesalahan yang pernah ku buat. Dan kau maafkan kesalahan yang pernah ku buat. Terima kasih. Tes. Oke, assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Oh, ini ada. Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Okay, now we are already at second session. This is about international seminar. But before we entrance to our international seminar, let me read rule of international conference first, because we have participant already joined with Zoom also. Okay, let me read rule of international conference. Okay, I'm so sorry. Before international seminar start, I will read short CV of our moderator this afternoon. Let me introduce the moderator. Her name is Dr. Candidate Santi Kristinawati SS MHum CPSP CPS. She was born on November 1985 from her bachelor from Universitas Padjadjaran about English literature, and then magister about English linguistic from Universitas Padjadjaran, and doctoral about education science from Universitas Islam Nusantara. Okay, here is it. Please welcome Dr. Candidate Santi Kristinawati SS MHum CPSP CPS. Sudah ada, Miss?
Oke, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, everyone. Yes, have you got lunch? Yes, already. So before getting our second session, may I invite you to stand up, because we have to make our spirit higher, because of this is the crucial time to get sleepy. May I invite you to stand up, please, and then the operator, can you help me to play this video dance? Okay, Pak Pri, would you like to come? Join the dance. Okay, ready? I count until 3 and we have to stretch our body. Ready? Ready. One more time, I want to hear your voice. Ready? Thank you. Please play. The others? Cukup ya, ngos-ngosannya cukup ya? Okay. Thank you for your participation for the chicken dance. And hopefully this dance can make your spirit more higher to be concentrate in these sessions. And in these sessions, I have 4 speakers, and they are the international speakers. And this is the good opportunity for all the students of Pixie Ganesha to have this change, to know more knowledge about publications and collaborations. So I would like to invite the first speakers, and before that, I would like to play the video of the first speaker. This is the video profile of the first speaker.
Hello everyone! Today this time of introducing our guest of honor and speaker is great privilege. He is living inspiration to everyone. He is an Indonesian as a professional lecturer that focuses in marketing management.
He graduated from bachelor degree in French language from School of Foreign Languages, Yapari, Bandung. Bachelor degree in Public Administration from Graduate School of Public Administration, National State Administration Republic of Indonesia. Bachelor degree in Computer Information System from School of Management and Computer Ganesha, Bandung. Master degree in Marketing Management from Pasundan University, Bandung. Doctoral degree in Marketing Management from Pajajaran University, Indonesia, and more. He has also international certified in Microsoft Office Specialist, Certified Marketing Analyst, and Master Project Manager from American Academy of Project Management.
His affiliation with Higher Education and Professional Association also in business skill as follows. Director of Polytechnic Pixie Ganesha, President of Academic International Consortium of Indonesia, International Advisory Council of Asia Pacific Consortium of Researchers and Educators, International Advisory Board of Sanklapa Journal, International Journal of Management Decision Utkal University, India, Chairman of Higher Education Association of Indonesia, Hospital Administration, Chairman of Indonesia Vocational Higher Education, President Director of Pixie Ganesha Consortium, President Director of VIP Group Holding Company.
Ladies and gentlemen, for this accomplishment and achievement, he is recognized as an outstanding businessman of hospitality and tourism in Indonesia. He is successfully to create and develop new businesses, 25 hotels or guest houses, 3 theme parks and villas, 6 cafes and restos, 2 health institutions, and moreover, he is an expert education observer who has developed several campuses in Indonesia. Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only.
So, please welcome Dr. Haji K. Prihartono, AH, Dr. and Sarjana Sosial, Sarjana Komputer, Magister Manajemen, MOS CMA MPM.
Once again, give big applause for Dr. Haka Prihartono. Ladies and gentlemen, may I call the second speakers, and before that I would like to inform you the CV of our second speakers. He is Professor Dr. Rasidon P. Binarte, Professor Lyceum of the Philippines University, Collaboration Strategy on Scientific Journal Publications as his theme, and he is full professor for the College of Communications and College of Education Graduate Studies of the PUB. He is a researcher's interests are education, cultural and communication studies, media education and gender education. He has been part of various commissions and funded research by UNICEF, DOTS, and etc. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Professor Dr. Rasidon P. Bernate. Welcome, Prof. The third speaker is through by online Zoom. I would like to say hi to Assistant Professor Dr. Supasin Tiwasak, PhD, as the Vice Dean for Research, Strategic Planning, and International Affairs Graduate School, Burapa University, Thailand. Dr. Supasin Tiwasak, are you there?
Yes, I am. I am in the room.
Thank
Yeah.
you for joining, and I would like to inform the participant in here your CV first. Bachelor, Burapa University, Thailand. Magister of Science in University of the Philippines, and PhD in the University of Queensland, Australia. The Scopus citation are 973 documents. Each index is 12. Please welcome Dr. Supasin Tewasek, PhD. The fourth speaker, the last not but the least, I would like to invite Professor Basanta Kumar, MCom LLB, Cert IPR, PhD. Before that, I would like to inform you about his CV, a professor at Xavier University and Utkal University, Associate Editor of Philahkan, Sims Journal of Management published by Emerald, active public speakers on various of business policy, legal reforms, and enterprise development and women empowerment. Welcome to 3 and 4 through online. The speakers, please give the big applause. Okay, the rule of our sessions, each speakers only have 30 minutes and 45 minutes for the maximum. We collect the questions in the last sessions, and then I would like to point the question from all of you in here to give the question to all the speakers. And the lucky number 1 to present the material is Dr. Prihartono. Give applause, please.
Halo, good afternoon. Selamat siang semua. Masih semangat? Masih semangat, ya. I would like to thank you very much for all the speaker. Thank you very much for the committee, lectures, and also my beloved student. In the first session, I would like to share, to inform you that we will share about my topic. My topic is about school partnership programs, challenges, and opportunities. This is the important one. How can we develop, how can we grow the institution, not just only institution, but of course the student, to make more the quality better and better. Okay? I would like also to say, to make more clear in 2 bahasa in English. Jadi tidak semuanya bahasa Inggris, takutnya ngantuk dan tidak mengerti. Yang mendingan saya, yang penting kalian mengerti. But I would like to try to speak English as long as we can. But saya tadi cemburu dengan Pak Chandra sebagai moderator. Kalau dia punya pantun, saya langsung pas istirahat, aku langsung bikin pantun. Yeah. Pantunnya adalah beli bakwan di Kota Bima. Pergi ke sana sini naik kereta. Ayo kawan bekerja sama agar tercapai cita-cita. Yeah. How about your vision after graduate from this university? What you would like to do after graduate from Polytechnic? Married? No? Married? Really? No married? Continue study maybe? Business? And do the work. But don't forget to help your parents. Yeah? Father and mother is very important in your life. Okay? Ya ini topiknya buat pembuka aja Bu Santi ya. Okay, but because the time is not quite long, I mean it's limit, I would like to share about, we have 4 sections I would like to share with you. The first is about how to understanding the school partnership. Because the university or school should be partner or collaborate with many, a lot of organizations. I think it's very important one. And the second one, what is the impact of school partnership? What is the impact after? What is the benefit after the partnership already signed? And then the third is overcoming partnership and challenges. And the last is about SWOT analysis, or strength, weakness, opportunities, and threat analysis of school partnership. So only 4 sections we would like to share with you. No, the first is my first sections about understanding school partnership. This is the importance of school partnership. So sorry because I already a little bit time to prepare this material after maybe in the morning after 5. So if any another material not completed, yeah, so sorry. Okay, now this is the importance of school partnership. That's why partnership is very important one. If the institution organization would like to grow up, to develop more better and better year per year or month per month, something like that, we do something. The first is how to enhance the learning environment. Learning environment is very important. How can the lecturers or teachers should be sit with the student also like this time, both formally, not informal, yeah, formal or informal session. Fostering collaboration between educational institution and also external organization. Kalau kita bekerja sama, Bapak Ibu dosen bukan hanya mengajar, kita staf pegawai dan dosen, tapi juga bekerja sama dengan stakeholder, dengan masyarakat. Makanya disebut dengan ada lembaga penelitian dan pengabdian kepada masyarakat. Ya, kalau adik-adik punya pendidikan both in economic or English or health, itu tidak terlalu penting kalau kalian tidak bisa memberikan manfaat buat sekitarnya. Minimum, this is the important one in your family, in your vision study, okay? And after that, make more wider, of course. And the second one, the community engagement. Partnership also provide opportunity for school to engage with the local community. Local community, mungkin kalau di dalam pendidikan bahas di Indonesia, local community kita harus bisa bekerja sama dengan adat istiadat atau budaya setempat. Ya, tidak bisa sebuah ilmu harus kaku dengan ilmunya, tapi harus menyesuaikan dengan adat istiadat dan kebiasaan di masyarakat setempat. Mungkin yang ini cocok di Jawa, mungkin ini tidak cocok di Sumatera dan sebagainya. So this is the important one, how to partnership and provide opportunities with the local community. And the third is about resource sharing. Sharing of resources like man and expertise like this, and then also best practices. Not just only talk about man, but of course man, maybe budget or money, machine maybe, and then to market, minutes. We have already know that a lot of resources in management, not just only man. What's it? Man, money, machine, method, minute, material, market, information, don't forget. And also space or the capacity of the organization. This is the important one. Kalau kita singkat ada 7 MESS lah ya. Man, money, method, material, machine, market, information, space, and the last one is simplification. Anda membuat birokrasi yang sangat simple, tidak terlalu berbelit-belit. But simplification is very clear, I think. Next, because time, Pak Ibu Santi ya, nggak apa-apa ya. This is the challenges in school partnership. The first is coordination, the complexity. I am is the director of this university or this polytechnic. I have to coordinate with many partners, not just only rectors, directors, and head in the university, but of course I would like to also to coordinate with head of study program, maybe, yeah, and the student and the local government or the minister of education. So that's why leadership is very important one to make more grow up the organization. The second is about communication barrier. So that's why we cannot speak English as well as Dr. Rachidon, maybe. But the important one, if you know what I said. Oleh karena itu, yang penting adalah kalian mengerti. Communication barrier itu adalah ada sebuah jenjang komunikasi, memang di situ ada cara berkomunikasi. Jadi ada kesenjangan cara komunikasi. Kalau kita memang ingin berkomunikasi dengan orang Sunda, kira-kira dengan cara begini. Kalau komunikasi dengan orang Inggris, orang luar negeri begini, kalau dengan Sumatera begini, kalau dengan Papua begini. Itu adalah communication barrier, kesenjangan komunikasi. Siapa yang bisa menjembatani komunikasi better, di situ biasanya goal tujuan kita bisa tercapai. The last is about sustainability concern. This is the opportunity for the growth, to make more institution growth. The first is about innovative program. So that's why when I built this university since 2004, we have no building, Prof. We have no building. We have to rent year per year because I am not come from Bandung originally. I come from Central Java, and I have no house. I have no house in Bandung. Saya nggak punya rumah di Bandung. I have no land in Bandung. But I have to make more my idea, my mindset to make more the innovative program. How can we be live here in Bandung or in Tanah Parahyangan? So that's why after 2004, 2004 Politeknik Siap berdiri, itu masih tidak punya kampus. Dan karena memang pemikiran inovatif program itu harus saya praktekkan, saya bisa membuktikan bahwa saya ternyata bisa membangun kampus dan beberapa unit bisnis yang mungkin di CV tadi sudah didengar semuanya. Oke, paham yang ini ya? Anda pun sama, maybe from Kalimantan, or Sumatera, or Papua, atau Maluku, Lombok, apalagi Garut, apalagi Majalaya. Ya, you have to do the best for your parents, for your future after graduate. So after graduate, not married yet, please. Not married yet, please. How can we give to your mother and to your father better and better? Saya khawatir kalau yang perempuan cantik langsung lulus dinikah. Enggak apa-apa, asal tetap sayang sama ibu bapaknya ngasih. Jangan pelit, jangan pelit. Ya, karena kesuksesan itu memang bukan oleh di tangan kita, tapi karena restu dari orang tua kita. Itu salah satunya. So we have to make more concern with the two sides. This is the from God, and then also from the parents, mother and father. Kita harus balance di dua itu, ya. Dan alhamdulillah setelah menjembatani itu, ternyata sekolah tidak harus pintar. Siapa yang mau sekolah pintar dan IP-nya bagus? Mau. Apakah itu dicari oleh kalian? Nilainya? Tidak, tapi lebih kepada benefit. Kalian bisa merubah kalian. Merubah dari sisi etiknya. Merubah dari sisi ilmunya. Merubah juga, how can we do the benefit for the society. Kemanfaatannya itu jauh lebih penting. The second one is the professional development, and then the student engagement is very important one. Tomorrow we go to the vocational school with Diri. Also with Dr. Rachidon go to the sekolah menengah atas to make more engagement with vocational education. This is the how can we leverage the technology. technology develop minute by minute, day per day by day, month by month. It's very dynamically, yeah, very strongly. The first is about virtual collaboration. Virtual collaboration like Dr. Professor Supasin and also Vitawat, they work in Burapa University in Thailand. They also give you sharing about the material to our student, to the audience, but offline or online by Zoom. So thank you very much for Dr. Supasin and also Dr. Witawat to become our speaker. This is one time of one case how to use the virtual collaboration. The second one is about data-driven insight. As we know that data or information is very important one for our organization or institution. And the last one is about digital learning resources. Zoom after pandemic COVID. Ya, we know the link Zoom after pandemic COVID. Kita baru tahu Zoom setelah ada pandemi. Pembelajaran semuanya bisa dinamis by online. Bayangkan kalau semuanya pada saat COVID tidak ada teknologi itu. Apa yang kalian lakukan? Di rumah, tidur, sakit. Siapa yang lulusannya SMA pada saat COVID? Nah, ya introspeksilah dengan kualitasnya. Ya, yang berkumis, berjenggot, yang rambutnya panjang. Karena nggak pernah datang ke sekolah. Yang penting lulus saja. Anda termasuk adalah yang penting lulus. Contoh. Okay, the second one, second section is about the impact of school partnership to our organization or university. The first is how to enhance the learning outcome. Learning outcome adalah yang tadi disampaikan, penelitian itu harus memberikan manfaat pembelajaran setelah kalian selesai. Buat apa kalian kuliah kalau hanya sekedar lulus, tapi tidak bisa memberikan apa-apa buat learning outcome setelah kalian lulus. Minimal untuk diri kalian pribadi secara etik lebih better, gitu ya, lebih bagus, karena wawasannya sudah bagus, ketemu sama orang-orang profesor, lectures, ketua studi, program studi, bapak ibu dosen, minimal, ya, this is the positive your mindset kalian lebih positif, ya, karena kalian bergaul sama orang-orang akademis, itu yang membedakan kalian dibandingkan teman kalian yang tidak kuliah, itu yang membedakan. The second one is holistic development, also graduation rate. How about the social and emotional well-being? There are three parts. The first is the mental health support. Jadi setelah kalian juga secara kemanusiaannya, about human being, kita harus seimbang. Bagaimana kita how to maintain about mental health. Nanti kalau nggak salah, oh ada ya pembicara tentang mental health. Ibu Ade mungkin? Ya. Siapa yang tidak punya gangguan mental di sini? Semua orang punya gangguan mental. Tinggal seberapa persen, seberapa besar gangguan mental itu. Semua orang punya. Tidak mungkin tidak punya gangguan mental. Pernah marah, pernah sedih tiba-tiba. Tidak ujuk-ujuk juga datang. Itu mental. Tapi kalau kita, how to manage the mental health is very important one. To make more life better and better. Jadi kalau kita bisa memanage waktu, memanage mental kita dengan baik, insya Allah semua bisa. Karena manusia memang pasti punya gangguan mental. Hanya bagaimana mengatur mental itu, mentally. Ya. Second is about community connection and then conflict resolution. Saya percepat saja karena supaya waktunya, Bu Santi. In section 3, we would like to say you about the overcoming partnership challenges. Ini adalah bagaimana tantangan setelah kita mengadakan kerjasama. It's too hard to how to implement the MOU signing, how to realize the MOU signing after signing MOU. Like how to make more better for the lectures, study program, institution, student, also for the alumni. So that's why in this year we got two awards from Kementerian Pendidikan dan Kebudayaan. Kita punya penghargaan tadi sudah disampaikan oleh moderator Pak Chandra. Diksi Ganesha tahun ini juga sudah menyabet 2 penghargaan sekaligus sebagai gold winner. Namanya gold winner berarti pemenang yang emas yang terbaik. Yang pertama adalah Diksi Ganesha as the gold winner in internal quality assurance. Tepuk tangan buat kita. And the second one is the performance of education. Pixie Ganesha is the gold winner. Okay, nah, so this why effective communication strategy, Prof, in our university, we have in one semester or 2 times a year, the student should be attend in national and international seminar, also the guest lecture from the outside of the country. Jadi kita harus bisa, memang Pixie Ganesha memiliki sebuah habit yang memang harus itu dilakukan untuk membuat bahwa make more education globally. So we have to do this for the quality. Jangan diartikan bahwa saya nggak tahu bahasa Inggris. Kalau kita tidak tahu bahasa Inggris, kapan kita mau belajar bahasa Inggris? Bahasa Inggrisnya juga biasa-biasa saja kan? Yang penting kalian mengerti. Tapi ketika ditantang kita untuk berbicara, it is not easy to say something in English in the front of the stage. Dan sulit, memang ada sedikit tantangannya di sana ya. Bu Ade pasti bisa lah. Nanti Bu Ade besok ya Bu Ade ya. Mudah-mudahan. Oke. This is the how to build the collaborative culture. Ya, kalau kita harus punya budaya untuk bekerja sama, ini adalah salah satunya. The first is this the step for the shared vision. Visi kita harus sama. Kalau visi seperti kita berteman, kalau kalian berteman dengan kanan kirinya, kalau passionnya sama, visinya sama, enak kan bersahabat kan? Nah sama, collaboration juga sama seperti itu. Ya, this is my partner, Dr. Rachidon, Basanta, Gary, and Sylvia, my best partner from Philippines on India. So that's why they can come here and also attending in my daughter Maria's. Thank you very much, Prof. All. Kemarin sudah hadir pada saat pernikahan anak saya mereka. Makasih. Salah satunya itu. The second one is about professional development and also celebrating about the success. The success or celebrating the success, Pixie Ganesha already implement that in this year, this month, we do 2 awards from Minister of Education. Okay, and the last. Ya, kalau sudah dengar jelas biasanya, ya yang penting rampung lah. Yang penting beres gitu ya. About SWOT analysis of school partnership. We have 4 part here. The first is about strength, opportunities. Ini orang-orang ekonomi bisnis pasti sudah tahu tentang ini ya. Kemudian weakness atau kelemahan dan also ancamannya. As we know that in Bandung, we have not more than 10 polytechnic in Bandung. But in Bandung, beside Polytechnic Bandung, this is the government polytechnic actually. But for private polytechnic, I think it's the better one is Polytechnic Pixie Ganesha. So this way a lot of students here. This is our strength because the value, because the performance of this institution, because the quality of our lectures or teachers, yeah, and also my great, my amazing bonus for me since 21st of February on the recommendation. Alhamdulillah 21 Februari kemarin saya tadi baru terima kabar dari Bu Susi. Saya sudah disetujui untuk tahun ini mendapatkan associate professor. Ijazah kalian akan berubah lagi. Cuman saya bingung nanti di ijazahnya panjang teuing kumahanya. Ya memang itu sudah saya nanti sejak 2 tahun yang lalu. Okay, this is my bonus starting from 21st of February. Strength, weakness. We have also Pixie as the weakness. As we know in the legal government, Polytechnic should have 5,000 meters in land. Pixie in Bandung, only we have not more than 4,000. This is our weakness. But we can do something to build up, to go up in the up. not by land. Land only one, maybe only 1,000, but we can build until 4 or 3 stages. Yeah, 4 floor, 3 or 4 floor. Yeah. We also, Polytechnic PC Ganesha, would like to build our campus in Campus B, Kesehatan, inshallah. We would like to build also the hospital. Namanya adalah Amora Hospital. Kita akan punya rumah sakit inshallah. Rumah sakit Amora, PC Ganesha. Is it quite hard? It's very expensive to be moved for the hospital. So in our campus, Campus B, is it especially in health student? Who is a health assistant? Angkat tangan yang kesehatan. Yeah, this is the health student. Yeah, so that's why you can work in our hospital. Amin. Oke, terakhir dari saya juga melihat ternyata di internet ada puisi juga, ada pantun juga. Pantunnya tapi tidak sama soundingnya ya di dalam bahasa Indonesia. Pantunnya begini untuk akhir dari materi saya. In the beauty of collaboration, we find a sense of inspiration as we work together, hand in hand, to achieve what we never can. Kita bisa melakukan apapun yang kita bisa, yang tidak pernah kita lakukan. Terutama kita, ini adalah bahasa Indonesianya, dan you are a student, you can do this better and better. See you in the next year, 3 years after graduate from Polytechnic University, you will become the important person. Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Wow, very inspirational materials that are already delivered by our director, Dr. Haka Prihartono. Please, big hands. I would like to inform you about the summary of his materials. Number 1 is, do not marry soon, sir. Catch your dream, catch your futures. And based on the materials that he has already delivered, I can get the information how to be better and better as school collaborations and partnership, especially for challenges and opportunities. For challenges, first is resource allocation, second is logistic issues, third is communication for differing priorities, and the last one is equity concerns. And how about the opportunities? The first one is community engagement, and then professional development, innovation, and also social impact. So once again, please give applause for the first speaker. Dan inilah yang saya percaya bahwa Anda semua menunggu the second speakers. Please welcome Profesor Dr. Rasidon P. Bernarde.
Hello.
For the topic is Collaboration Strategy on Scientific Journal Publications.
Okay, hello, good. Salamat siang. Thank you very much. Terima kasih, Dr. Pri, for inviting me here once again. Every time Dr. Pri invites us here in Indonesia, we cannot say no because Polytechnic Pixie is our second home. I am a Filipino in blood, but I have an Indonesian heart. That's why I consider myself as a member of Pixie family. That's why I was invited by Dr. Pri's daughter's wedding a few days ago. And by the way, Dr. Pri celebrated his birthday. I would like to extend my greetings to Dr. Pri. A very happy, belated happy birthday to you. I guess that was 2025. Okay, so I'm very thankful to the two previous speakers this morning because they make my presentation a little bit easy because they discuss many of the parts that I am supposed to discuss to you this afternoon. So I prepared 87 slides actually, but I'll make it condensed. I'll skip some of the items which I believe were discussed to you previously by the speakers this morning. Is it okay? And if someone is sleeping right now, please tell them to wake up. Okay? Because this is an opportunity for you. I'm very happy that Pixie is doing this kind of activity, preparing you to the world of challenges, to the real world after graduation. So Pixie is not preparing you only of the skills in your program, but also to prepare you in the real world of employment. A while ago, Dr. Pri discussed about collaboration. And although my understanding of Bahasa is limited, I feel the inspiration he's trying to share with you. So, thank you very much once again, Pixie, for inviting me. So my discussion this afternoon is basically similar to what have been discussed this morning. But again, I'll focus on the items that were not tackled by the two speakers. So my discussion is about strategies in publishing in high-impact scientific journal. As I mentioned a while back, I am surprised that you, young ones, are very interested to publish your research. Maybe your thesis, your feasibility studies that you have completed. Seldom we see in vocational education that students are interested to publish their work. Okay? So, I'll skip this one. This is my disclosure. So, let us start by this phrase or quotation. Academic success depends on research and publication. Okay? So, especially if you are in higher education, it is important that you publish. Because the things that you have discovered in the process of learning must be shared. And publication is an opportunity for you to share what you have discovered through your research. So why do we need to publish, by the way? Maybe Dr. Pri is requiring you, compelling you to publish your work. Or for the instructors here, why do you need to publish? Maybe to get promoted, to stay on your job. So this is also true in other places around the world and even in my country, the Philippines. So we need to publish because that is part of our duty and responsibility as members of the academe. Okay? Sorry, it's not working. Oh, there you go. And there are two reasons in publication. The ideal and, of course, the practical. The ideal is that because you want to share your findings, your research to the public. The practical reason are those that I have mentioned a while back, to get promoted, to get your job, or to have a job. If you work in the academia, you need to have research for you to work in the university. But the ideal reason is not, or the practical reasons, these are not the ideal reasons of the publishers. They don't mind whether you will be promoted. They don't mind whether you will get a job. So they are looking for quality research. As I mentioned, in the Philippines, before you can graduate in graduate programs, you need to publish. Otherwise, you're not permitted to graduate. If you are doing a PhD or a master's, you cannot graduate without publication. It's now a requirement. I don't know in Indonesia if it's being, implemented. You cannot get promoted if you don't publish. Okay? So, of course, there are factors that hinders us to publish. It's challenging, isn't it? It's challenging to publish. It's not easy. But there are ways to publish. According to the research, there are several factors affecting why we cannot publish. One is limited time. This is true for the instructors. Those is teaching, you have maybe 40 hours of teaching, and it's difficult to research. For students, maybe because you lack the skills of publishing, or maybe you are afraid of writing in English. So this hinders you to publish. At the same time, there is a policy or mantra, what we call a mantra, publish or perish. In the university or in the academia, if you will not publish, you are perish. You will perish. So it's difficult, isn't it? Publish or perish. But nowadays, we don't follow that kind of mantra, but instead, we publish to flourish. When you publish, you'll get promoted. When you publish, you will grow professionally and personally. But of course, when we talk of publication this morning, two speakers talk about publication. How to publish in a Cinta, Web of Science, and even Scopus journals. Okay? We're talking of publication. But remember, we cannot publish if we have not conducted research. Right? So the first thing that you need to do is to conduct research, because you cannot publish without the research. So it is equally important that we develop our skills in research and at the same time acquire the skills in publishing. Do you get my point? So two things. You cannot publish without doing your research. So, there are different ways to publish, or there are different platforms to publish. There are in-house journals, there are conference proceedings, local journals, and of course, our target platform is the high-impact journals, Index and Scopus, Web of Science, those mentioned by the previous speakers this morning. And that kind of journal is what we call a high-impact journal that are, widely recognized internationally. The instructors here, including us, we aim to publish in high-impact journals. These high-impact journals are the ones that are internationally recognized. And how do we measure, how do we know that our journal is a high-impact journal? We have these two factors, the quantitative measure and the qualitative measure. The quantitative measure of a high-impact journal is what we call the impact factor. Okay, I don't want to be technical about it, so I skip those later on. I will skip this. But the second measure of high-impact journal is what we call the prestige, academic prestige, and the editorial standard that we need to look into when we publish our work in a journal. So, publishing in high-impact journals influence our career in the academia, as a faculty members, or even as a students. It will provide you an edge, a competitive edge, to be hired or to get promoted in your work. And these high-impact journals, they have high standards that we need to follow. Otherwise, our papers or research will be rejected later on. Okay? So, in identifying and selecting a journal, in publishing our article, we need to, of course, identify by looking for the website. Okay? And look for examples so that we'll be guided on how to publish. Okay? Here are some of the high-impact journals. These are the high-impact journals in various fields, from business, education, engineering, information technology. You can visit the website so that you can check these items. Okay. This was measured or this was discussed previously. There are several ways to identify high-impact journals. First, we need to look for indexing. Indexing in Web of Science by Clarivate, Scopus by ASEAN Citation Index, or even the Directory of Open Access Journal. Even CINTA was mentioned by the speaker a while back. So for you to know whether the journal is a good journal, visit the DOAJ, and if the journal appears here, it's a good journal. Generally, it's a good journal. If we want to check the Web of Science, go to this website and check whether the journal you're supposed to publish is in this list. If it's in the list, it's a good journal. Also, if you want to check whether the journal is indexed in Scopus, visit the site and check. If it's in the website of Scopus, therefore, it's a good journal. There is also, aside from the CINTA mentioned by the two speakers, there is another emerging citation index in Southeast Asia, which is the ASEAN Citation Index. This is supported by various ministry of higher educations in Southeast Asia. Okay? So I believe you understand what is a journal, isn't it? You know what is a journal, right? So you publish your work in a journal. Okay? So there are different types of work that you can publish in a journal. Your thesis, okay? Your feasibility study, your literature review, your book review can also be published in a journal, as long as this journal accepts these types of articles. So do not limit our publication to a thesis on original research work. There are various papers that you can publish in a journal. Okay? So I'll skip this now. It is important to understand the publication process. Okay? Because it's really challenging to be accepted. Okay? So, here is the process. I believe it was mentioned by our two speakers. This is the process of the publication. From submission down to the review and ultimately publication of your article. Okay? The first thing that you need to do in or before submitting an article is to read the guidelines of the journal so that you know whether your research article that you're supposed to publish is aligned with the scope of the journal. Okay? Read the guidelines and follow the guidelines. Another strategy is following the prescribed format of the journal, because if you will not follow the format, it is outright rejected. Also, when you write, you can write simply, or you write in a simple way, something that can be understood by your reader. You might be wondering, is Bahasa, is a journal can accept Bahasa? Yes, there are journals accepting papers written in various languages. So you just need to check, the kind of journal. Usually, they accept articles in different language, but you need to have an English abstract. Okay? So you convert the abstract into English, and then all the rest in Bahasa. Okay, these are the components, okay? These are the components. I believe it was discussed a while back by the speakers. These are the different components of the journal, okay? The title, the author, the abstract, keywords, introduction, methods, results, discussion. We call it IMRAD format. I for introduction, M for methods, R results, and D discussion. IMRAD. Okay? So I will not discuss specifically what are the different components, but anyway, I'll give you a copy of my presentation so that you will be guided. So in here you can see how to prepare your research article using an IMRAD format. The IMRAD format is the generally accepted format for article publication. Okay? So, in identifying a research journal, we need to look for these elements. First thing, reputation. Is it reputable? Okay? The scope of the journal. How long the journal will, accept the paper. By the way, if you submit a paper in a journal and the journal promise you that this paper will be published after 1 week or 2 weeks, it's a scam. It's a scam. There's no such thing as publication of 2 weeks. It's predatory in nature. Because publishing and review in the process of publication takes time. Okay? So also we can look for longevity of the journal, whether it's been here for quite some time. If it's a new journal, yeah, it's nice to publish, but sometimes we need to look for the longevity of the journal. The cost, how much it will cost you, because you need to pay for the publication. Sometimes it's not free. Okay? And also the type of publication. A while back, it was discussed, the predatory journals. There are predatory journals, meaning to say they accept your paper to be published, but there's no review process that they will do on your paper. So they just accept the paper, publish it, or you pay, and then they will publish it. Okay? So here are the different sites where you can check these predatory journals. Okay? So, when we talk of predatory journals, there are different types. There are fake journals, there are clone journals, there are poor quality journals, and excessive fee journals. Okay? So, we need to check whether the journal is a legitimate, reputable journals and not predatory. So we need to avoid predatory journals, because when you publish in predatory journals, your academic record in publishing will also be tainted or will be affected. So we need to be careful. If we want, also we can publish in an open access journal. Nowadays, gone are the days where we print the journals. This time, most of the time, we publish journals online through an open access journal system. So there are open access journal system which has wide range or visibility and readership compared to subscription-based journal. So here are some examples of open access journals which you can check. Okay? So now, let's move on to publication of our articles. So first thing, you need to submit an article, right? Because it cannot be published without submission. First thing, you need to do research. Second, you need to submit. So you cannot publish without submitting. So you need to submit. Once you submit, after submitting, it will pass through editorial review and screening, whether your article is in line with the scope of the journal. And then if it's in line with the scope of the journal, the review process will happen. We call it the peer review, wherein there are experts who will check your article. Okay? And then, So there are different ways, there are processes involved in the preview process. Okay? Also, we will also check the authorship. Who is the first author? Who is the second author? The third author, and so on and so forth. So there are issues about authorship. So in here comes the collaboration. There is a greater chance of publishing if you collaborate with other experts. Especially the students like you, it's challenging to publish because you don't have yet the track record of publication. It is important. Okay? So for you to have a track record in publication, you invite your advisors, you invite other experts from the Dr. Priest Network, and then join in publishing. So we call it collaborative publication, so that you have the track record. Okay? So it is also important that we agree on authorship. So students can co-author with the teachers, and teachers can co-author with the students. Okay? But of course, it must be clear, and it should be discussed within the group. Okay? So, in co-authorship, all members of the research team must have significant contribution. Okay? So we need to contribute in the publication process. Our ideas, methodology, our data gathering, and so on and so forth. Okay? So, in terms of final decision, when you submit, it will pass to review, and there will be decision. There are two types, maybe general types of decision, whether it's accepted or rejected. Accepted with major revision or accepted with minor revision, or total rejection. Of course, we don't want our paper to be rejected, isn't it? But rejection is natural part of any publication. If your paper is being rejected, don't worry, no problem. Don't be so sad. That is natural in any academic field to be rejected in their publication. Okay? So once, if ever, your paper is initially passed the screening and evaluation, so you need to get ready with the response or how to respond to the review process. Okay? So how to address the comments of the reviewers? We need to acknowledge the views of the experts and come up with our review response using what we call the response table. Response table is a tool that will help us prepare our response to the review of the expert. This is the example of the sample response table, wherein you put the comments and what you did, no, or your revisions that you made, and what particular area or part of the manuscript you can find your revision. In that way, the reviewer will be guided and make a objective decision whether your paper will be accepted or not. Okay, I guess this is the last part, rejection. In publication, it is natural to be rejected. And it is critical for young researchers like you, because if ever you will be rejected, you will be sad, and then later on, you will not publish anymore. So it's critical. So it's natural for anyone not to be rejected in publication. So don't affect your life by the rejection if ever you will receive a rejection letter from the journal. Okay? So, how to handle rejection? First, you need to accept. Okay? And then you need to think why your paper's been rejected. There are many reasons. Okay? And then you need to seek support from your colleagues, from your friends, from your advisors, so that you can change and revise your manuscript. And then later on, resubmit the paper. So don't stop. So once you've been rejected, don't stop. Just continue submitting. Then later on, you will wake up in the morning receiving an email from the journal that your paper has been accepted. Try and try. Don't stop. Okay? Oh, it's not working. Okay. So, there are reasons for rejection, but most of the reasons for rejections are manageable. Those are, for example, journal requirement not met, lack of detail, publication ethics ignored, poor grammar and style, and inappropriate data presentation. Most of these are manageable and we can do the changes. These are the common reasons for rejection, which we can handle, okay, by reviewing our manuscript. Okay? So, when you've been rejected, so allow at least 24 hours before you think about your next. Do not write an email response asking or questioning the reviewer. Oh, why you did not accept my paper? This is a good paper. It won a best research award. So don't like that. So instead, accept the decision and think of the positive way on how you revise your paper. Okay? So you deal the rejection with acceptance and process it on how you take further action to improve your paper and later on, publish it. Okay? So once, for example, your paper has been accepted, this time it is accepted, so your paper will now undergo copy editing, author approval, online publication, or print publication, and dissemination. In that sense, congratulations, your paper has been accepted for publication. Okay? So here are several tips that you can use in making a publication. I will not read all those things because my time is limited, and I want to end this presentation with a quote for everyone to get to know, to discover, to publish. This is the destiny of a scientist, because sooner or later, all of us will become scientists of our own right. Thank you very much. A wonderful afternoon. Terima kasih, Indonesia.
Thank you very much, Prof. Rasidon P. Bernardi. Have a seat, please. And according his material, we have never say stop writing your paper, your article, because we sudah menunggu Anda. Please hurry up to submit your article. Please ask your dosen pembimbing to help you to finish, to complete your article, because you have to choose, August or December that you will want to graduate. And you have to remember about your publications. Your paper has a high impact because high impact journals can influence your career, future career, especially your career progress, career advancement, career mobility, networking opportunities, and international recognition. Overall, dear participant, publishing in high impact journals is significant milestones in an academic career with far-reaching benefits that can positively influence your professional trajectory and scholarly impact. So if you submit your article, don't be afraid. It will be rejection, it will be accepted. So keep fighting for finishing your article to get your graduation's month, August or December. Before we going to the third speakers, we have to break a while, and I would like to invite Java Etika for the traditional dance. The name is Kinanti dance. So we can break for a while, have a break, and enjoy this performance. Give applause, please. Thank you very much, Jaffa and Tika. Thank you very much. So, ladies and gentlemen, we continue for the next speaker. We have virtual connections with the other speakers in Thailand. I would like to say hi to Assistant Professor Dr. Supasin Tewasek, PhD. Are you in?
Yes, I am in.
Prof. Supasin Tewasek? Hello,
Yes,
are
can
you
you
in?
hear me?
Thank you very much for joining. And then this is your time to deliver your material. And you have 30 minutes to delivering all of your materials. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, Assistant Professor Dr. Supasin Tewasik, PhD. This is your time.
Good morning. Good afternoon, everyone.
Yeah.
Can you please show the slide? Is the slide being shown on the screen?
Yes, of course.
Okay,
Yes, can
so
we start?
okay, as from this morning, we have listened to a lot of strategies for doing good research, and until now, so in my part, I am gonna give more to expand the research to the community, to the sustainable world. So this topic is about to mapping your research to the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. As you know that the development goals has been implemented throughout many countries in the world. And being the researchers, being the educators, being the student, we can contribute our knowledge, our research to the world. So in this topic, with the Sustainable Development Goals, the aims of this one is to help universities. Actually, higher education have tried to improve the education by catching the impact ranking. So this impact ranking has been implemented few years ago, that the aim to help university understand their position against their mission, and not the university itself. It's also help the students to find the right university for themselves in the future. So as you can see in the slide, please go to the next slide, that the Sustainable Development Goals has been applied to various fields of studies, from humanities and social sciences, to health sciences, to science and technology. So this has been covered by all that can deliver to the Sustainable Development Goals. For example, if you look at this diagram, okay. Can you please move the slide to the next, please? Next, please. The next one, please. This one, yes. If you look at this diagram, so if you can see from the foundation of the education, if you have morals, ethics, and discipline, this apply to all fields of the studies. For example, in humanities and social science, in health science, in science and technology. So from this to the, and then you can go to the top, you can see that in the circle, that is all the SDG development goals. There are 17 development goals. For example, if you look at the left circle in the blue one, you can see the life that can support SDG number 1, no poverty, number 2, no hunger, and also number 3 for good health and well-being. And from the blue on the bottom, you can see that it also can impact to the economic and technological developments. And in the green one, you can see that it can also support the social development and equality. In the pink one, also impact to the resources and natural environment. So our field of study in all aspects can contribute to the sustainable world. And when you look at the next slide, you can see that the impact ranking, when we call impact ranking, it means that we're looking at the sustainable development goals. This looking at 4 aspects of change that including research. Now, you can see that research is part of the development. And apart from the research, you can see the stewardship on the blue one, on the right blue one. So this look at the university that take care of the resources. That is not just physical resources, but also their employees, their students, the faculty. So this is the duty of the university or institutions to take care of its resources. And not just inside the university or institutions. It has to go forward to the community. That's called outreach. So as Dr. Pri has mentioned, the community engagement as our mission that we have to engage with the community as well as the take care of the community by giving our knowledge, giving our hand to the community to help with what we can do. Okay. For the next one is the teaching. Is our commitment to have a good teaching that can give a better world. So these 4 aspects of change have come to the score. So for example, when we look at research, it can look at what we do in that topic. For example, with the topic of zero hunger, we might do research on agriculture and how to improve agricultural productivity. That is contribute to the zero hunger. Okay, and for the stewardship, we can have the student hunger program that the institutions giving to the faculties, to the students to take care of their students. And for the outreach, is the person gathered in agriculture that we as an institutions have provide number of workers or knowledge to the community. And for the teaching, the number of students that graduate in agriculture. For the outreach is the national hunger, the program that we do to the community to help the community or to help in the national level or international level. So normally what we do, we not just do for the good of ourselves, we do for the good for the other as well. So when the institution participate in the impact ranking, the institution make itself known to the others, make itself known to the students, the future students that is looking for institution that is care for the environment, care for the world. So normally when the institution participate in impact ranking, they have to make the evidence, have to make the plan, have to have the evidence for the plan or the thing that they do. As you can see from the right, that when they have the statement of what the institution is being done, that is one point. Then when the evidence is being broadcast or posted through the internet or institution website, that's another one point. And also evidence in public is another point. So this is the evidence that what the institution has done to the community. So for the next one, today we're going to talk about research. So I will give the emphasis to the research that you can see that on the left pink purple one, you can see that research take 21% of the overall score. And another part, the stewardship, outreach, and training take 79%. So normally, institution can make mostly 79%, but 21% is quite hard to achieve unless we have the strategy to aim for taking high score in the research. You can take that 21%. When you look at the next slide, the overall ranking, when the ranking is being ranked, it will take, you can choose from the 17 SDGs. The SDG 17 is the compulsory that every institutions participate in the ranking has to take action. And the rest, SDG 1 to SDG 16, institution can choose only 3 SDG that institutions think that they are good at or have a strong commitment that they have done in the past and going to do in the future. For example, we may take quality education, we can take the clean water and sanitation, SDG 6, or SDG 3, good health and well-being. That is A, B, and C. So the score is combined as the 100 score. So when institutions want to participate in this ranking, it is being visible to the students worldwide, and the data can be submitted in the beginning of October and also close in November, and the data will be validated by the teams of the ranking during the December to March and launch the score in the April. So if you look at the next slide, you can see that the World University Ranking and Impact Ranking 2024 and 2023 in countries around Southeast Asia have been participated in World University Ranking. This ranking is also part of the Time Higher Education, which is quite hard to join because this ranking is mainly focused on the research of the universities. But when you look at the right column, that impact ranking, many universities can join in the impact ranking because it is about activity that university have done to the community, have done to the students, have been already done in the past. As you can see that, for example, in Thailand case, we have 65 university joins in impact ranking. In the Philippines, 29 institutions. In Malaysia, 34 institutions. In Indonesia, 32 institutions. And many institutions still can join the impact ranking. That is because it's only focusing on what university or institutions have done for the community, as the Dr. Pri has mentioned, community engagements. So when you look at the next slide, I'm going to give more detail in the research. So as I mentioned, research is quite hard to get the score. So we need to understand how can we obtain the score from the research parts. So what the research looking for first one on the very top, the science score, and also fieldwork citation index and publications. As Dr. Don Lasidon has mentioned, if we aim for the high impact, so we can also gain a lot of scores from that. For example, the science score is
Dr.
covered.
Spasin, pardon
Yes.
me, gently reminder your time is only 10 minutes left.
Okay, it's okay. So when you look at the science score, it takes 13 SDG. Fieldwork citation index is about 11 SDGs. But publications, it takes all 16 SDGs. So at least you need to publish. And then when we already publish, we can aim for the higher impacts. So then you can earn more scores for the institutions. For the next slide, as you already know that publications is just publication. You just have to make the publications appear in the journals. When we look at the SCI score, it's look at the excellence of academic output. And FWCI is mean field rate citation index, is looking at the quality of a university output. So mainly you have to publish and you have to look at excellence of academic output and also the quality of the output. So, and when you look at next slide, so how can we merge the research to the SDG? As I mentioned, all area of the studies have been already connected to SDG. We just have to look for the keyword that can support your studies. And I will show you how can you look for the keyword in the next few slides. For the next slide, as you can see the research workflow, as many people have already mentioned that. So you have to think, that's my work related to the selected SDG. But how do we know that which SDG has, which one is focusing on the selected SDG? You have to look at on the next slide, please. You can find keyword that papers will be related to your field. For example, when you look at the author and when you look at this, I cannot see, it's a little small, sorry. When you look at the advanced search, you can see that the next slide, you will see it will show 16 of the UN SDGs. And please go to the next slide. Yes, and if you think that your research might go to one of these 16 SDGs, you may select one of these 16 SDGs. And you will find a lot of keywords in the next slide. For example, yes, you can find a lot of keywords in this slide. For example, I select SDG number 6 for the energy. You will see that a lot of keywords about the energy that can appear in this scopus. So then you have to put these keywords into your work. Then when you already put the keyword into your work, then it can map to the scopus. As you can see in the next slide, when you search this keyword, it will give you 1 million of the papers that dealing with SDG number 6. So when you want to find more about the keywords, you can look to the field 2 slides. Please go to the next slide, please. And the next one. So for example, this next one, please. Yes, for this one, for the no poverty, you can see that a lot of keywords about poverty that you can put into your paper before you submitting to the journal. Then you can see that I also give some of the high impact journals that is listed in each SDG. When you look at the SDG number 2 in the next slide, you see a lot of words about the SDG number 2. For example, the malnutrition is the big letter in the green one. That means this issue is being in the interest of the researcher community. And for the blue one, it means that this topic is being fed out from the researcher community. And the next one is about good health and well-being. As you can see that COVID-19 is being one of the interests in the research community. And the next one is quality education. You can see that the word students is being the big one that's made it on the focus of the researcher. So, and the next one is the gender equality. You can see a lot of words about gender equality. For example, gender identity, intimate partner, women sexual health, domestic violence, gender equality, something like that. And the next one is about clean water and sanitation. The wastewater treatment is being the focus for the research community, wastewater, water quality, drinking water, groundwater, wastewater treatment plant, water supply. And the next one is the affordable and clean energy. You can see that lithium battery is being focused right now for the EV, future EV, and also Internet of Things, biofuel, wind turbine, solar energy conversion. While solar cell is being it's already mature in the industry, then the research is being not focusing on solar cell anymore. Then solar cell is getting blue and being fed out in the research community, but still in the popular but being fed out. And the next one is decent work and economic. And for example, economic growth, sustainable development, labor market, tourism, human capital, sustainable development goals. These are the keywords that we need to focus and put into our research work to be able to map into the SDG mapping. So I'll skip to the SDG 16 on the peace and justice. Can you please go to a few slides on the SDG 16 that we can just skip to the last part. So you have already had this material, so then you can have a look to these keywords and study, and then find yourself that which SDG you are mostly in, and put this keyword into your work to be able to map to the SDG mapping. So please move to the next slide. Next, please. Next, please. Next. So this will give you just all the keywords in each SDG. Next, please. Okay, so this one is about searching publication that related to SDG from your institutions. So you have to go to the Scopus website, and please go to the next slide. And just as you can see in the orange box, can you please move to the next slide? Yes, you can see that in the article, abstract, and keyword, you put that keyword in, and then click on the advanced document search on the orange box below. You can see the next one is going to be, again, all the 16 SDG. The next slide, please. Then you choose what SDG you think you want to find the information. And when you go to the next slide, you again see a lot of keywords that being used for those SDG. For example, I choose SDG 7, affordable and clean energy. Then you click search in the orange box at the bottom. Then next, you will again see a lot of document results. And as I mentioned, if you want to find which journals your institutions have been published and has been mapped to the SDG, you have to put your institution name on the left one. And please go to the next slide. For example, I put Burapha Universities in, then I click search. The next one, please. It will reduce from 1 million documents to about 106 documents result that your institutions have been published that related to that SDG. And please go to the next slide. For example, when we look at this particular paper, that is my paper, and the word hydrogen production has been mapped to the SDG because it is the topic of interest in this SDG. Then when it's already mapped, it will just count in the score for the research. Can you please go to the next slide? And again, as I mentioned, the next slide, please. And as I mentioned, when institutions want to join in the impact ranking, as the mission of institution is to collaborate with others to have the community engagement. You have already done what it has been used for the criteria for the ranking. You just have to add on the research to the score, then you will be able to obtain a very high score and being seen in the community, education community and being seen by other students. And again, this last slide, just to mention that if you want your work to be mapped to the SDG, you have to understand and to know how or does your work related to the SDG yet. By study about keywords, by understanding about each SDG, then you plan your research focusing on what you have already done, but just add a little bit of the keyword into your work in the title, in the abstract, in the keywords itself, then your paper will be mapped to the SDG in the Scopus, and it can be counted when your institution want to join to the impact ranking. And thank you for joining and listening to my talk.
Thank you very much for Assistant Professor Dr. Supasin Tewasek, PhD. Based on his material, we consider that the opportunity to have a research on the UN, United Nations SDGs, we have many opportunities. For example, humanities and social science, health science, science and technology, and we have to consider that by mapping your research to the SDGs, you can demonstrate its relevance and contribution to global efforts to achieve sustainable development, enhance its feasibility and impact, and foster collaboration and partnership for addressing pressing global challenges. Thank you very much. Please give applause louder to our third speakers. And the last one, we have to listen and focus on his materials that we have the last speaker. Please welcome Professor Basanta Kumar, MCom LLB, Certificate IPR, PhD. Please welcome Professor Dr. Basanta Kumar, MCom LLB, Certified IPR, PhD. Turn on your mic, sir. Please use your mic.
IND for both IND India, IND Indonesia.
Whoa!
Why is it so? This is so because we have some cultural and heritage linkage between India and Indonesia. You pray Lord Ganesha. We also pray Lord Ganesha. What is that Ganesha? It is the source of knowledge, inspiration, wisdom, empowerment. You take this way, or I have taken this way. Now, before coming to my presentation, I am to acknowledge some special things. One is, I am here because of you Why? I believe Indonesia is my second home without marriage a wife or without having a wife in Indonesia. This is because my brotherly relationship with your director Prihartono. This is because of his devoted staff and because of all of you. I think you are all my kids or children, my sons and daughters. I am proud of being here. So now let us come to the presentation. Look, in the morning, two experts from Jakarta talked in Bahasa. One is a publisher, the other one is a researcher, a professor. And now they almost covered 20% of my presentation. Now, the third speaker here is Professor Dr. Bonnate, my close friend since 2015. He covered another 35%, 40%. It comes to 65%. I am to speak only 35%, but I am bit a practical man. Right? There will be some theory, but there will be more practical. In this sense, researcher, academician, all gone. Publisher gone. Now, as editor of a journal, I speaks what we look into. Right? I know it is the last session. Many of you feel tired and exhausted. What is happening? So there is technical glitch. Okay, this will
Maybe
be
the
removed.
next slide, based on the operator.
Okay, you go one by one.
Yeah.
Don't
Okay. The
Go one
operator
by
can
one.
help.
ask. Jan, come. No. Next.
Okay.
What? Yes. The fast slide. Go to faster. Okay. This is okay. I would cover these things. Scientific research. No. Don't go quickly. No. Keep it. What is about scientific research? Then is a publish and perish. Dr. Bonnate has already discussed about publish and perish, but what I would speak is same wine in the new bottle, in a different version. Right? Then third is, I will talk about peer review because I am an associate editor. From my angle, what is that peer review and how we reject article and how we accept article. Then next one is, there is a decision, how we write a letter to the author about the rejection. Then, what is fun? Have patience. Go back. Okay. Then there is guidelines, step to follow, one by other. Then final is a word about English. Go next. Yes. We are international readers. international researchers, right? English is not our mother tongue. English is not our mother tongue. My mother tongue is different, your mother tongue is different. Obviously, we will have English language problem. Your pronunciation is different, my pronunciation is different. So we have to bridge the gap, we have to adjust. Try to understand me, I will also try to understand you. Then, next. What is about scientific research? Don't be confused with the term scientific. You are studying health and hospitality, someone is studying tourism, someone is studying business. Anything that you write, that is scientific. It is not 2 plus 2 is equal to 4. It is a social science, right? Then, what you want to communicate, what you are going to write, simply writing, keeping below the pillow and sleeping over the night. No. Write, publish. Write and publish. Then only it is meaningful. It leads to communication throughout the world. You publish, you read my article, I read your article. Nowadays, online, Google, everything is translated to your language, to my language. So, language is no more a barrier. Only question is the quality. We cannot speak like Americans, or you cannot speak like Americans. Next. Basically, as an associated editor, I look to 4 things. Your introduction, then your methods, then your results and discussion. It covers everything. It covers everything. Dr. Bonate has already discussed about the theoretical things. I don't want to waste time on it. Hope you understand. Then next. Yes, one by one. Yes. What does it mean to publish? What to publish? You are studying health and science, or the, what you can say, tourism, or you can say business. You want to study, you want to write, you want to publish. I have come to Bandung. Can you estimate how many foreigners they visit your volcano in Bandung? Bali is tourist place. How many foreigners go to Bali? What is my requirement? What I see as a tourist in Bandung? I am a visiting professor to your university. What I look in your university? You come to India, see Taj Mahal. Why you want to see Taj Mahal? What are the reasons behind it? You want to see some other places. Why? Your health science, or practically example is your infrastructure is very fine. How did you do it? Have you ever checked how much money Pixie Ganesha has spent over the years developing the institute? Make a research. Compare with others. And you get the result. You will know what are the lacunas. Simply saying good, 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 good. Nothing good. Every coin has 2 sides. The moon has 2 sides, black and bright. Coin also 2 sides. Look, you generate idea. How do you generate idea? You talk to people, search in Google, visit places, meet people, read articles. You generate idea. Then, what you want to write? You have 5 areas. You want to go to Pixie Ganesha to the railway station, Bandung railway station. There are different ways. Suppose traffic is more in one way, you go the other way. Or you have to buy something from the market, you go the other way. Choose your priority. Then, often means experimental, technical, computational. What you want to do? How do you want to do? Check it. Next. Then, there is no substitute for hard work. Your director, Professor P, has spent a lot of time and energy to bring this Pixie Ganesha at this level. Work, 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 no alternative. Then, what are the obstacles? What are the impasses? And what are the frustration? Right? Look at no sleep. Tomorrow you have examination. Night, you have much tension. You are mental pressure. You have mental pressure. So, you become Jumbi. Jumbi means you are not able to think what to do. Tomorrow morning, you have examination. You want to write your project report within 10 days. What to do? Then you are terrific. You are terrible. You are afraid of. You get examination fever. Right? So, people like this. Then other category of people is, they are robot. What they do is, you are tired, you are much under pressure, you drink tea, coffee, one after another, or some energy drink available in Alpha Mart or the Indomart. Then, of course, we are human beings. We need sleep. When you sleep, after 1 hour, you don't get sleep. You get up, then you think, then what to do? Then take you some medicines. Right? Then the other category is, maybe you graduate. You work hard, you sleep, don't drink too much, don't take medicines or drugs. So, tomorrow you will become graduate with success, 80% marks. Next. Then, write about it. How to write? Think, overcome writing barriers. You have a language problem. So, how to write? Nowadays, your Google helps you translating. In your mobile, everyone is chatting to a foreign friend. You write Bahasa, immediately he gets in English. Similar thing happens, I will show you an example. Then specific work in detail, figures, missing information, etc. You want to write, collect data, collect information from different sources. I will talk it about later on. Then specification of journals. Which journal you like to prefer? Scopus Index, Web of Science, which index? The first morning publisher friend told a lot of indexing. Many of the indexing are fake. I challenge. Except Scopus, Web of Science, and some other ASEAN, these indexing have credibility. Many of the journals have fake indexing. Every day I get a mail, publish this, publish that. Within 2 days, within 3 days, last day is coming. Be careful about the indexing. Then, check by the experienced scientist. You talk to your seniors, you talk to experts, you talk to some other friends who have knowledge about it. Check it. Then next. Then you submit. If it is rejected due to some reason or other, then you resubmit. If there is totally rejection, there is no chance of submitting. You have to find another journal. Then, where, same thing. My professor friend Dr. Bernard was showing this diagram. Okay, this picture. This is a success. What is the success? Your paper has been accepted. How many of you have seen cricket match? This is a picture of cricket match. You play, the ball goes beyond the boundary, and it is 6. Your run, your score is 6. Right? So, it is like this. Then correspondence with editor, reviewer, it takes time. Publication takes time. It is not that today you submit, tomorrow it will be published, or day after tomorrow. It takes times. Even 1 year, there was time, I had to wait for 2 years, Emerald Publications. You will be on the queue. Even if it is accepted, you will be on the queue when your paper will be appearing in the journal. Then, next. Yes, thumbs up. Accepted, your paper is published, you are happy. You are happy. Then next. Yes. If you don't publish, do you really perish? Do you really finish? You don't write your examination. You are finished. 1 year block. 1 year gone. You don't submit your project report before time or on time. You are finished. You will not be evaluated. You will not be promoted. So, really, next, go on. This is about publishing and perishing. You publish, you flourish, you get promotion. You get salary enhancement. If you publish 2 papers in Scopus journals, you get 2 annual increments. There is pressure on your head about publishing, right? There is pressure of examination, submission or report on your head. When there is pressure, what it leads to? Next. Low quality publications. You write hurriedly your project report. You study hurriedly to appear examination tomorrow. You had no earlier preparations. So obviously, examination writing will be low, result will be poor score. Similarly, publication has similar kinds. Then, repetitions. You write same thing again and again. There is repetition again and again and again. Then, you are 4 or 5 friends. You are thinking. Others are thinking, she is not cooperating, or she is not doing anything, only name is given. So, there is quarreling, you don't trust each other. Then, arguments for authorship and credit. My friend was talking about authorship. You are writing alone, or with another one, or 3 authors, or 4 authors, or 5 authors. It depends. But then, who is the first author? What is your contribution to write the article? Then, cheating. My friend already told about cheating, plagiarism. Earlier also, in the morning session, they talked about plagiarism, copy paste. Nowadays, you have Google. You search, you take a patch, you take a paragraph, put it in your report. I don't know your condition in Indonesia, whether your report is plagiarized. There is checking provision of plagiarism in your institute. You go to foreign universities, even India, even maybe in Philippines, there is check of plagiarism in report. Then publication of very specific topics in high impact journals which would fit better in specialized journals. I write a paper on real estate. I write a paper on tourism, but I sent it to a journal meant for medicines. Obviously it will be rejected. Next. In market, quality is less, quantity is more. What you want? You want quantity or you want quality? We cannot ignore quantity, but you cannot at all ignore quality. 1 year, one quality paper in Scopus journal is adequate enough instead of publishing 10 plagiarized papers in 10 journals. Before that, go. Yes, publish efficiently. What is that? When you, nowadays it is online submission, online review, online feedback. When you go to the journal, specific journal, you have to submit either editorial manager or scholar one manuscript, two outfit. You have to enter into, you have to get it registered, you have to submit your article, we have with our formalities that you have to maintain. When, before submitting your article, you have to, what you have to do is, there is an author statement at the end of the paper. What is that author statement? How many authors you are, who contributes which section? Someone
Sir,
has written methodology, someone has written the analytical part. Similarly, 2-3 authors. What is your contribution? What is my contribution? What is my co-author's contribution? All
Sir,
the details
sorry.
are.
Your time is end. Your time. Yes, 2 minutes left. 2 minutes left. No, 28 minutes, and you only have 2 minutes left, based on the time period from the committee. Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It's okay. It's okay. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Yeah. We check it. Yeah.
Okay. Then go. Next. You go. Skip everything. Go to the letter. Go to the letter. Go to the letter. Go to the letter. Yes. Only 3-4 minutes. Hello. This is a rejection letter. Not clear? Check it. No. Decision letter. Go. decision a case. Rejection decision case. We rejected the paper that came to us for review, right? Look at this. XYZ, whether it is hotel industry, I don't mention the name to maintain privacy. The topic is very interesting, but the author has fallen short of generating such an inquisitiveness. There is no interest, no writing is something deeper and you can see the detail. I am therefore unable to recommend for publication in the present format. The main reasons are it lacks readability with fairly weak presentation. It lacks readability with weak presentation and contains some serious language errors. In Indonesia, in some other places, in some parts of India, they say they lacks, lacking some grammatical mistakes, serious grammatical mistakes. Author is trying to paint a picture that necessitates his research, but this is dampened by old sources, particularly in introduction section. You are writing in 2024, but all references are prior to 2000. We cannot accept. You go to the latest research, what is happening in the society. Then methodology inappropriately written. It does not justify why the author applied one-way ANOVA in the post-hoc test. Used 5-point Likert scale but no mention of the scale details. An article relying on more percentage and mean is rarely appreciated. You cannot test the hypothesis with mean, median and mode. It needs advanced statistics. Then for every aspect there is a table. You don't have to, this is not MPhil dissertation or your project report. This is a research paper. You cannot present several tables as you like instead of writing. This looks as if a part of students' project work with poor quality output. But there are 4, 5 figures or 7 figures. A particular figure is abroad, no mention in text analysis. You are referring to a table or figure, but there is no mention in the text. Then conclusion is not clear with research questions and whether objectives defined are achieved or not. What the conclusion should do. My earlier friends in the morning, they were talking about conclusions and all, but this is not appropriate. Then next. Based on the observations, my suggestion is that author can improve the paper's quality, focusing mainly on problem formulation with least research, methodological details, and precise analysis with relevant tables and figures, and a sound conclusion, justifying research questions and defined objectives. Your conclusion must justify your findings, objectives, etc., etc. Then, restrict the paper to always look to the word limit. Whether the journal says 5,000 words, 10,000 words, 15,000 words, you restrict your article within that limit. Then final one is, the topic is very interesting. Good luck. We asked for major revision. Right? So these are the important things, practical things, and there is no time for the real happenings. How you find out the impact factor, how a journal looks for it, and the other important features or Web of Science Index and Web of Science Index, etc. Web of Science Index came much earlier to Scopus, but then Scopus has marketed or has captured the market very high. When the developing countries like Indonesia, India, or Philippines, they talk about Scopus, 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 but you might be knowing Harvard Business Review. Harvard Business Review has no indexing. How is it that it is number one or one of the top journals in the world? Anyway, if you want to ask any questions, please. I'm sorry, because of the communication gap. This is because of the language problem. I was told something, but practically it happened something else. That is because of communication gap. We have to avoid this communication. Okay, thank you very much.
Okay, thank you for the explanation for Dr. Basanta Kumar. And based on his explanation, we can conclude that publish or Paris describe the pressure on researchers to publish work in order to secure academic position, funding, and professional recognition. So, thank you very much for all the speakers for the materials. And this session, I would like to invite all the participants that have questions. Raise your hands, and then the committee, please help to give the mic. Don't forget to mention your name, your question, and to whom your question to ask. Oke, saya silahkan untuk Anda untuk bisa bertanya kepada ketiga narasumber yang ada di sini. Ada? 1, 2, dan dari dosen barangkali 1 orang? 3 di sana. Oke, kita punya 3 orang terlebih dahulu. Yang pertama, boleh Anda terlebih dahulu, boleh dibantu. Oke. Untuk mic, ya boleh berdiri.
Cek.
Ya, namanya siapa? Pertanyaan apa? Kepada siapa?
Okay, so good afternoon. First of all, my name is Al and I'm from cadet classes. Actually, my question is for Professor Rashidan P. Bernardi, PhD. So the question is, what are the benefits of collaborative scientific journal writing compared by individual writing? I guess that's all. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Okay, Sir Don, want answer
Yeah, I got-
directly?
So the question was, what is the benefit of collaborating in scientific journal publishing? Just like anything, doing alone is difficult. You need someone to help you. In life, you get married so that someone will help you in life. You collaborate with someone in life so that it will be a better life. So, for me, in everything that you do, you cannot live alone, and it's difficult to live alone. Just like in publication, we need someone to share their expertise, to share their knowledge, so that it will be easier for us to do the publication, to do our things. Because we need to share responsibilities. We need to share our tasks. And because of that, because we have someone to collaborate with, it will be easier. Another thing, in journal publication, nowadays, sole authorship is not the name of the game anymore. It's more of collaboration. You look for other experts who can contribute to the quality of the work, so that different perspectives will be put together in that work. So there is a higher chance of publication, success in publication, acceptance, and sort like that. And at the same time, both of you or all of you working together in that research project will grow together as well. So all of you will benefit, no, in that sense. So that is just the practical one. There are some academic, there are some theoretical reasons for collaboration, but I believe that is the more practical one. Thank you.
Thank you very much for the answer, Prof. Don. Thank you very much for the question from Al. Any comments for the other speakers? Dr. Pri, Dr. Basanta Kumar, any comments for the benefits?
Benefits of collaboration in research. It enhances the credibility, reputation of your institute. Suppose I collaborate with one author from Indonesia, Pixie Ganesha, or someone from University of Philippines, like Professor Bonate, it adds feather to my cap. How? Oh, you have written someone from Canada, you have written someone from Philippines, you have written someone from Pixie Ganesha. Your country, your university, your government, your university grant commission, your academic institution associations, they look to it. How many people are collaborated with you individually and through institutions or institution, X institution, Y institution, your Pixie Ganesha and my university collaboration. We have signed some MOU, right? So it enhances your credibility, it enhances. One thing you remember, if you write any bibliometric analysis or if you make a paper on bibliometric analysis, there is VOS viewer, that friend from Bangkok, Burapha University, he was showing a graph. How is it generated? It is through generated VOS. That means there is also other pictures connecting, India connecting, or your flight from Jakarta going to Manila. Your flight is going to India, Hyderabad. Your flight is going to, there is a network. The network is advantageous for everyone, for you, for me. It adds credibility to you, it adds credibility to me. That's the basic reason.
Thank
Okay,
you for the comments. Next questions. Okay, please. The mic. Okay, the faculty.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, everyone. Venerable Dr. Pri and all speakers. Thank you for your interesting topic. I am Yuyun as a lecturer, and my question for Mr. Resident P. Bernard. For the question is, for the first, what are the key factors for success in collaborative scientific journal writing? And the second is, how do you manage time and resources in scientific journal writing collaboration? Thank you.
Okay, thank you for the question. The first one, can you, the first number, can you repeat?
What are the key factors for success in collaborative scientific journal writing?
The factors.
Okay. So there are two questions raised by Ms. Yuyun.
Yun.
Okay. One is, what are the success factors in collaboration? And second, what are the problems
for the
that you
managing.
encounter? Okay. What are the success factors? First thing, to make a successful collaboration, just like what Dr. Pre-mentioned, is collaboration. We need to look for someone with the same interests, the same field. You need to go attend a seminar like this, invite someone from different countries so that you have a potential partners. Okay? So do not limit yourselves here because we are in a globalized world right now. As a globalized world, there are so many things happening in different parts of the world. We can tap them, join together, and that is collaboration. So there are several ways. Even here in Indonesia, you can use the internet to look for someone with your same interest. Go to academia, go to enroll with your Google Scholar, academia. So there are so many people who are interested, the same as you, to collaborate. So what you need to do is to use your fingers, use the internet. Okay? That is one way to form collaboration. Okay? What are the constraints? What are the problems? Okay, First is, just like what we experience right now, is the communication gap. Okay? We need to understand that there is a communication barrier that might affect our understanding of our collaboration. That's why we need to learn as well the international language so that we can communicate well with them. Okay? So in terms of resources, basically, Yuyun mentioned about resources, problem about resources. I understand traveling from one place to another, especially in other countries, take some expenses, isn't it? But nowadays, there are online platforms that you can utilize. So you don't need to leave your home. You don't need to leave Indonesia just to meet new collaborators, new friends to work with. So what you need to do is to maximize the power of the technology that available to us. Okay? So again, these are some practical things I think would be useful when you try to establish collaboration. Another is be a member of international organization. Because when you become a member of international organization, there are other members who are interested to work with you. Me and Dr. Pri actually happened to know each other through a series of meetings, attending a conference. And from there, we established a strong partnership since 2013. Yeah, 2011. Imagine, we started 2011 and till now, we have a strong bond. We consider ourselves as family, so there will be a change. Remember, there will be a change of relationship when you establish a collaboration. First, it's just a professional relationship. Okay? We establish professionally. But later on, as you establish harmonious relationship, you become friends and you become a family. So collaboration is the idea of working together as a family, just like what we are doing right now. I hope I respond to the questions properly. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Any comments, Dr. Pri, for the collaborations?
Okay, I would like to add what Professor already said. I have already said before in my presentation, to make the collaboration, we have to know the shared vision first. Vision of institution, both research and other aspect. The second one, already said before, Prof. Rachidon, we have to share also about the resource management. This is only also presented, not only talk about people or expertises, but we have to share also about the budget, money, method, materials. As I already said before, there are 10 aspects: man, money, method, material, machine, market, information, simplification, and space. So that's why we have to contribute each other about the resource management. And the last one, already said also Prof. Don, the important one is we have to know about the digital. I mean the information by the digital, because with the digital we can grow up together. I think that's all. Thank you.
Thank you very much for the comments, Dr. Pri, Dr. Don, and Dr. Basanta Kumar. Thank you for the answer, and thank you very much for Dr. Supasin Tewasek through the online Zoom. And this is the end of our sessions. May we invite the others question, or is it enough?
Okay, let me to say thank you also for Professor Dr. Supasin from Burapa University. Thank you very much for joining in our virtual international seminar. Thank you, Prof. And see you next 2 months or 3 months in Thailand, because I heard from Prof. Don we have international conference in Thailand. Thank you very much again, Prof. Supasin. And also we would like to also say about the collaboration. Prof. Don already said to me, Polytechnic Pixi Ganesha also very impressed and will join in the SDGs university ranking in the world. So please help us, Polytechnic Pixi Ganesha, become the world-class polytechnic. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Dr. Pri. Any comments from Dr. Supasin Tewasek, please?
Oh, I'm very happy to join this conference, and I'm really happy to help anything that we can in order to place Pixie Ganesha to the impact ranking and to be seen by the world.
Thank you. And as the end of our discussions today, we would like to give you a certificate through virtual for Professor Dr. Supasin Tewasek, PhD. This is the certificate of appreciation proudly present to Assistant Professor Dr. Supasin Tewasek, Vice Dean for Research, Strategic Planning and International Affairs, Graduate School, Buraba University, Thailand as speaker. Call for papers, workshop, MOU signing and international seminar with the theme strategy for writing and publication of scientific journals with national and international reputation. Pixie Convention Center, February 27 through 28, 2024. Signed by Dr. Haka Prihartono AH, Dr. Andes Sarjana Sosial, Eskom MMOS, CMA, MPM, President of AIC Indonesia, Director Polytechnic Pixie Ganesha. This is the end of our session for the second session. So I would like to give this time to the MC. Thank you very much, sir, for the all materials. Give big hands for all the speakers.
Okay, next. Giving certificate to all speakers and also moderator. Please welcome to Mrs. Rini Swatika, STM-Com MTA, as a Head Study Program of Information System Management, for giving the certificate for all speakers and moderators. Okay. The first to Dr. Prihartono. Okay. First certificate will giving to Dr. Haka Prihartono AH, Dr. Andes SOS Eskom MM, MOS, CMA, MPM, with topic School Partnership Program, Challenge and Opportunity. Okay. Second, thank you so much to Professor Dr. Rasidon P. Bernarte, with topic Collaboration Strategy and Scientific Journals Publication. And third, okay, thank you so much to Professor Basanta Kumar MCom, LLB Certified IPR PhD, with topic Publish and Prosper Good Research and Publication. And fourth, to our moderator, to Dr. Candidate Santi Kristinawati SSM Hum, CPSP CPS as a moderator. Okay, stay on the stage. We will take a photo together, take a picture together. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay, thumbs up please. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, Pixie. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay, vocational, education. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, to all speakers and moderator, we invite you to come to in front of the stage. Okay, before we closing this event, We invite to all speakers and also moderator to come to in front of the stage for take a picture together with all audience. Maybe we will make a three-part, north, middle, and south. Yeah, here. I think the cameraman on the stage. Yeah. Oh, bagi dua. Yeah. Okay, two part. Ini dari sini, sana ya. Dari sini, sini. Oke, dari sini, sini please stand up please. Stand up please. Dari sini sampai sini. Oh, duduk aja. Oke. All moderator and also all speakers. Nanya Pak, mending berdiri deh Pak. Kalau Bapak duduk kayak mahasiswa tingkat akhir Pak. Berdiri aja. Setengah-setengah. Okay, ready? Only smile and thumbs up, okay? The first smile, please. Nice smile. 1, 2, 3, okay. Okay, I'm sorry. Dr. Pia, join us. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Thumbs up, please. Jempolnya mana? 1, 2, 3. Okay. Ini sebelah sini. Yeah, please move here. Okay, Sir Gary, come join us. I think if you want standing, it's okay, sir. Just stand up, please. Okay, ready? Okay, are you ready, guys? Okay. Let me count. 1, 2, 3. Thumbs up, please. Thumbs up, please. 1, 2, 3. Pak, bisa nggak lampunya yang kuning aja? Oh, udah aja. Enough, sir? Enough? Okay. Thank you very much.
Balinggang patah-patah, nganape goyang pica-pica, nganape bodi pocok-pocok. Cuma ngana yang kita cinta, cuma ngana yang kita sayang, cuma ngana suka gigi pusing. Balinggang patah-patah, nganape goyang pica-pica, nganape bodi pocok-pocok. Cuma ngana yang kita Mangan tempe rasane kaya mangan lawuh sate. Sajan saanane sing penting kowe ngombe kembang tahu rasane kaya ngombe susu. Ra usah mecucu terus ngapura kowe ra bakal tak madu. Bungah tenan rasane wong kang lagi kandung. Tak perjuangke tekan janur malangkung. Kowe siji-sijine aku bangga karo kowe. Gelem nampa apa anane terus aku ra bakal wete. Kowe aja sumalang terus aku ra bakal ilang. Ibarat koyo aku Jogja kowe jan istimewa. Mangan tempe rasane kaya mangan lawuh sate. Senajan saanane sing penting kowe ngombe kembang tahu rasane kaya ngombe susu. Ra usah mecucu tresno kowe ra bakal tak metu. Bungah tenan rasane wong kang lagi kandung. Tak perjuangke tekan janur malangkung. Kowe siji-sijine aku bangga karo kowe. Gelem nampa apa anane terus aku ra bakal wete. Kowe aja sumalang terus aku ra bakal ilang. Ibarat koyo aku Jogja kowe jan istimewa. Kowe siji-sijine aku bangga karo kowe. Gelem nampa apa anane terus aku ra bakal wete. Kowe aja sumalang terus aku ra bakal ilang. Ibarat koyo aku Jogja kowe jan istimewa. Ibarat koyo aku Jogja kowe jan istimewa.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, my what we had conducted will be useful for us. Finally, we come to the end of this event, second session. To close this event on second session, let's reciting Alhamdulillah together. Alhamdulillah. much for your coming and your nice attention. And once again, if in guiding this event I made a mistake or even someone here, please forgive me. Thank you very much and good afternoon. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Oke, pulangnya silakan dengan tertib dan kami mengingatkan besok sesi 3 di pagi hari jam 8.30 sampai